All right, Brian, what we got over here?
I don't know, what are we doing?
We're doing this one.
Oh, all right. Well, I can't tell from the angle that you're at what we're doing here.
All right, Brian, what are we doing over here?
All right, so what we have is the brand new Epson LS800 ultra short throw projector. This has been 3 years in development from Epson and is a vast improvement over their previous model, the LS500. One of the big things that you're going to notice different about this guy is the aesthetic. This looks like a traditional ultra short throw projector designed for a living room, as opposed to the old style design that they had that was absolutely horrendous, with a giant periscope lens and obviously based off of their commercial chassis. This particular projector right here has 4,000 lumens and supports an image size from 80 inches all the way up to 150. What we've also got under the hood is a 20-watt 2.1 sound system.
Uh-oh, we set the alarm off. So that's one thing to talk about as well. If you get too close to this thing, typically these laser projectors have a eye sensor or a kid sensor or whatever it is, or a cat sensor. And most of them, they will just dim the image and you won't worry about it. This one calls the cops on you and basically just makes a big
screeches until you recognize
noise. So let's check it out. Let's see if we can do it again. See?
It's that right there.
Yeah.
We're right there.
Anyways, so it's just a minor annoyance. It pops off the image real quick and then it'll come back on once you're back in and you're out of harm's way.
Yeah. And that is not utilizing the Yamaha 2.1 sound system for that screech.
Yeah. So with this one, it does have that Yamaha 2.1 surrounds. I guess it's not a surround system, but it is kind of like a sound bar. As you'll see over here, dangling carelessly, we have the corner bezel. So basically, what this is a little porthole for your HDMI's as well as your USBs and whatnot. So the cool thing is, the HDMI 2 is your eARC, and then you have a dedicated gaming port right here, which is going to be HDMI 3. Standard stuff in there. You have your DC out, so if you want to have a powered HDMI, you can do that as well. Optical outs, headphone outs if you guys are super cool and you want to be tethered to your projector, but I'd probably just use that as a wireless solution.
Cool. And here is your focus adjustment right here. This is a manual focus adjustment.
Yeah, so again, like we were talking about, 80 inches all the way up to 150, so you're going to be cranking this thing pretty good just to hunt for your focus whenever you're racking it.
Cool. So one of the other things we were talking about was the audio system. So we talked about the periscope lens design before. With that periscope lens, it also had the longest throw distance out of any of the ultra short throws. Got to stay away from here. I'm causing a panic, right? So with the old one, it had some people joke that it was a semi-ultra short throw because of how far it had to be out. Well, this has gone the exact opposite direction. This is a 0.16 throw ratio.
Yeah, look how close it is.
That is the closest or the shortest throw ratio of any of the USTs out right now, and lets you get as close to the screen as possible, closer than
measure.
By tape measure. All right, here we go. So we're doing this at a 100-inch screen.
Yeah, check it out.
And we are. We're talking just under 3 inches away. It looked like.
And how tall from the casing to the bottom of the screen?
From the casing to the bottom of the screen. So from the feet of the projector to the bottom of the screen, you are at 1 foot for a 100-inch. Obviously, that's going to scale larger, further out, further down as you increase the image size as well.
Yeah, so it's not very common that you're going to have a competitor in the background, but this is the A-wall. It's just since we don't have two of these available to show you guys the capability, this right here that Brian's standing next to, this is the world's first 150-inch CLR ALR screen, and this one's from Spectra. If you guys can't tell the scale from here, Brian and I are roughly the same size, but this thing is massive. So if you guys want to be using your Epson in your living room, your bedroom, or whatever it may be, or maybe you have this thing for the kids as well, maybe you guys just have it in a common area. If you guys have something in a freaking theater, you guys can use this massive screen right back here. So this one has the horsepower and the capability of doing it, like we were talking about, 4,000 lumens. This is something super cool, and we are some of the first people to see this. We are actually under contract to not even be talking about it. So whenever this video is available, we actually can talk about it. So this is in the past.
Should be watching Back to the Future right here instead of The Incredibles.